Current national champion hit the lead and had some damage on with 5 laps to go. So Rodney Wood starts out on position number 3. We've got Peter Murphy on the front row with Ryan O'Connor, who's a superstar, and Slammin' Sammy from grid 5, who has been absolutely lightning fast. That fast when he's bouncing off the concrete straight. So you're in for a treat here, Western Springs. Jamie, a huge crowd here tonight for this one.
Yeah, just a crowd that sort of mirrors last season at Boxing Night, one of the biggest crowds that I can remember here for many, many years. 20 cars to start. Story from the heats. The heat wins going to current 1NZ Rodney Wood, Sammy Swindell, Ryan O'Connor and expat Aussie Peter Murphy. And for the points, we had 3 drivers tied on points after their 2 heats. Wood, Sammy Swindell and Ricky Logan. And the top 6 in points each drew a marble, and that's why we've got Ryan O'Connor off the pole. He was actually the 4th qualifier, and he will start off the inside of the front row alongside Peter Murphy, who wants to atone for his issues here from the International Sprint Car Classic just a couple of weeks ago.
The Daltons racing team will be happy with where they're starting. Of course, they start on grid 2 and grid 4, and Skinny Colson up there as well. So they'll be very happy with that. Of course, Tommy Tarleton as well. Had a bit of a mixed start with the campaign, but that black 21, that certainly is a good-looking machine.
I don't know how many race cars Tarleton's got left in California, because they've bought 5 race cars down to New Zealand. There's another 2 cars sitting in the shop at Dalton's. We're going to go green, folks.
No.
Waiting for the start. 30 laps about to erupt at Western Springs Speedway. They'll go around one more time. Ryan O'Connor, Pete Murphy off the front row. Rodney Wood, Skinny Colson from row 2. Slammin' Sammy Swindell off row 3 alongside the Little Rock Rocket, Ricky Logan and the Lucas Oils 10. 4th row start for 2 former National New Zealand Sprint Car champions, Carl Wilson and Jamie McDonald. Go back to the current South Island Sprint Car champion, Jamie Duff in the Powerbuilt Tools J&J. Greg Pickerel with a solid start. He's got Bob Curtis crewing for him out of the US, helping him with him. He's off the outside of the 5th row. As here we go, folks. Lights are out. 30 laps. We are going racing for the Port Ohio Hydrolink 30 lap Sprint Car Series opener.
Beautiful start. O'Connor low and out wide. Oh, we got 2 in the fence. Wood and Colson. Wood's upside down.
Wood and Colson, the 2 Bay Park teammates.
Up and over.
No, it's Jeremy Halpin's gone around in the 96 Port Ohio Hydrolink entry. Bob Corskadden pulls to the infield in the 37. He's got the left side nerf bar dragging down on the ground in the Alderson bulk haulage Triple X chassis, but that was a big hit for Rodney Wood. We're going to have a look at the replay on the big screen. Check out the screen, folks, for the Koken replay. 3rd row. I don't know if Colson went around first and Wood had nowhere to go, but they were certainly together. Contact with the wall. Wood up and on his side, destroying the top wing of the Fowler Hose 1NZ. And Skinny Colson, his horror luck here at Western Springs Speedway continues in the Daltons number 66 Maxim.
They were creeping around on that start. In fact, they got halfway round. It was still O'Connor and Murphy wheel to wheel in the middle of Pine Tree Bend turn 1 and 2. And Rodney Wood, well, that's 2 unfortunate starts and 2 features here. He's been up close in both of them, so the current national champion, he'll be disappointed with that.
Well, that's going to help Sammy Swindell. He's now in the 3rd restart position now. Will it be an original grids rerun? I would suggest so. They'd only got to the first corner before that happened off the 2nd row with Rodney Wood and Skinny Colson. I wouldn't expect either of those 2 race cars to continue, so there'll be a couple of gaps.
We've lost a complete row. We've lost the complete 2nd row.
So just completing the clean-up with the Koken safety crew here at Western Springs. Rodney Wood's car rolls off on all 4 wheels, but there's not too much left of the top wing of the ex-Lasowski Mopar-powered Eagle. And like Skinny Colson, typically Rodney hasn't had an awful lot of luck here at Western Springs Speedway, which is a tough place in a midget car, but all that tougher in a sprint car.
You'd have to say, Jamie, that going on his form at Bay Park and his heat form, he would be one of the form drivers heading into our national championship in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, absolutely, looking to defend his title at Bay Park Speedway. Barry Brown's down there on the infield. We'll see if we can maybe grab a quick word with Hot Rod down there. Brownie, I don't know if you want to talk.
No, we're going to have a problem anyway. Rodney, come over here for a wander. I can't come any closer to the speakers than that, so he's a good bloke. He'll come and have a talk. I got his gloves anyway, so you might need those, although not tonight. So you just don't have a lot of luck around here, Rodney.
Oh, occasionally we do. We got the third here at the GP, but yeah, last couple, just a bit unlucky. I don't know what happened there. I think we just got hooked wheels, and I know I couldn't steer down the straight, so we were committed.
All over.
Okay.
Thanks, Brownie, catching up there with a disappointed Rodney Wood. We're going back racing. Original Grids rerun. There's a couple missing. Sammy Swindell. Well, there's no gap off the second row because it didn't exist. Sammy was right on the back bumper of Ryan, but that's sort of settled back and negated on the run down to turn number 1. Murphy leads the first lap from Ryan O'Connor, Sammy Swindell, Ricky Logan. 3 Americans inside the top 4 go back to Carl Wilson, Jamie Duff, Jamie McDonald, Greg Pickerel. And then it'll be the 96 Porter Hire car of Jeremy Halpin. All eyes on Jonathan Allard having to work his way from towards the tail. Lost a diff in the early heat races. And he's got some work to do from the tail of the field. Second night feature winner here at Western Springs Speedway.
Oh!
Torpy goes around.
Glenn Torpy goes around, but he keeps on going. No, he doesn't. And the yellow flag has been waved. So, major drama there on the exit of turn number 4, but Peter Murphy out in front. Sammy Swindell, you can throw a blanket over those top 4 cars, can't you?
Oh, it's going to be competitive, and it's all about track position. It's probably still wide enough to get up out there, and if you've got the right setup, you need to get temperature into those tyres. That wasn't a real long run. That was only a couple of laps before Torpy looked like he made contact further back in the field. Originally started out as 16, so it was fairly deep in the field. And he's done some damage to the front wing. 28 laps to go. This could be a long one.
Well, we've got 20 minutes of time before our curfew is up, so hopefully we can have plenty of time to spare. You'd have to say that Peter Murphy will be happy. Open space in front of him. Sammy Swindell's got that wing pushed up nice and tall. Really the only car that's got a wing set up like that if you look around at the rest of the field. Ricky Logan, of course, the current 2NZ.
Yeah, he's got the wing just about vertical on that thing.
And Jamie McDonald's been in form as well. Jonathan Allard starting out of position 17th. He at the moment is up to 12th with 2 laps gone. Of course, we've had a couple of emissions. I think he will be one to watch for in this very quick, tight quarter-mile oval here at Western Springs. The Ampro Tools Summer Speedway rolls on another one, Jamie.
Yeah, Brownie down there on the infield. You got a chance to maybe catch up with Skinny Colson and just get his views on that incident with Rodney Wood?
No, I didn't there, Jamie. It was just... they parked him way too close to the speakers there where we can't get him. I thought we'd sort of get underway and carry on, so I'd head back down this end again, but should have known since the midgets behaved so well that the sprint car boys would play up a little.
So the Moto 10 Mega 4, Glenn Torpy gets towed off into the infield. Front end damage for the Maxim chassis. Lights are out. We're going back to green. Still a long way left to go here at the Springs. 28 laps. Fastest lap so far set by Peter Murphy. Predictably out in front with clear air. 14.0 for the expat Australian, now residing out of Clovis, California. Back to green. Murphy, O'Connor, Swindell, a Salter Cartage teammate. Ricky Logan in 4th. Then 2 former national champs, Carl Wilson and Jamie McDonald.
Oh, Tarleton right round the outside of the former South Island champion, Karen Corsi for the 10th position. Goes wide and Allard makes his move. Watch for Allard in car 0.
Oh, Tarleton and Allard just about got together off the exit of 2. These two are good friends racing out of California. Jonathan gave them all his setup tips, only for Tarleton to spin out in the first heat, so that probably didn't go down too well. They're trading slide jobs at both ends of the racetrack, and at the moment the 2 Americans are disputing 11th and 12th positions. Allard's pulling wheel stands down here off the pit straight as Allard gets slid again by Tarleton. They're drag racing side by side down the back straight outside of the top 10.
Great action out in front. Murphy, though, he's hugging the pole line. He's off. He's racing in the Daltons, number 11. Then we go back to O'Connor in 8. 1 USA, Swindell. Number 10 is Logan, followed by the 56 car of Wilson, then McDonald. Swindell putting a ton of pressure on the young O'Connor.
Yeah, O'Connor looks to have better exit speed off 4. Ricky Logan just ran up the pit straight fence with the right rear in the Lucas Oils 10. He's just about got that top wing sat vertical to try and get traction down over the rear wheels of the Lucas Oil products J&J. Don't know that race car looks entirely happy. It also almost looks a little bit bound up in the front end as he's losing ground to the top 3 and falling back into the clutches of Carl Wilson and Jamie McDonald. Peter Murphy still your race leader on lap 9 of 30. We're approaching the 3rd race distance for the opening round of the Porter Hire Hydrolink International Sprint Car Series.
Oh, Allard and Tolton ever coming together here. They managed to keep going. Their wheel was right beside each other. Allard gave him a big how's your father as they come into turn number 3. Swindell still applying the blowtorch.
Oh, Allard shortened him up an absolute perler down here into 3. There'll be an Allard-sized dent in the back bumper of the Tarleton 21.
Oh! Swindell bounces off the concrete fence. Has that done damage as he battles for second and third? He just about rode the concrete wall, Jamie.
Keep an eye on the right rear of the Salter Cartage Big Game Tree Stands. Number 1, Maxim, still in the 3rd spot. The top 3 just starting to spread out a little bit now. About a 1 second gap between Murphy and O'Connor. Similar gap back to Sammy Swindell, but Ricky Logan, now the driver on the move, he's starting to close the gap down to the World of Outlaws veteran.
Something seems to be rubbing as you look as it comes past the commentary position on that one car. Something seems to be rubbing. Oh, Eagleton's gone round. They bring on a yellow. Was it premature because he managed to keep going? So Peter Murphy was just approaching lap traffic. We have a yellow with 18 to go. He's going to be excited because it gives him open space in front of him.
In fairness to the boys, Eagleton was gone. He was absolutely gone, and the magic recovery. So the yellows did come out. Will this help or hinder Peter Murphy? We're just under the halfway mark, lap 12 complete of 30. Oh, where do we go?
Well, I don't know about you, but there's battles all over the place. The Swindell-O'Connor battle for second and third. We've got the Tommy Tarleton and the Allard battle for position 11th and 12th. Murphy's running away with it. He's the only Australian come American that's actually doing quite well tonight, if you call him an Australian. And it's certainly going to be exciting times here as we're going to go back green. Murphy will lead them round 18 laps to go. It's going to be absolute excitement.
Allard comes to New Zealand to get away from the likes of Tommy Tarleton and Brent Kading and the boys up there, and now he's got to deal with them all over again in his almost backyard.
Oh, the cone's gone. The cone's gone.
Yeah, Allard missed the restart further back, but Peter Murphy leads them back around on lap number 30.